Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to see about how to configure logging in Kubernetes, setting up Grafana Loki with Promtail using Helm. Let me explain one by one. What is Helm? Helm is a package manager for Kubernetes that simplifies the deployment and management of applications. It allows you to define, install, and upgrade applications and their dependencies as Helm charts, which are bundles of pre-configured Kubernetes resources. What is Promtail, Loki, and Grafana? Promtail. Promtail is an agent that collects logs from various sources like namespace, container, and pushes them to Loki. Promtail runs on each node in the Kubernetes cluster and is configured to watch the log files of the application. It reads the logs and labels them with metadata, such as pod name, namespace, container name, etc. Loki. Loki is a log aggregation system designed to store and allow querying logs. Loki receives logs from Promtail and stores them in a time series database, TSDB. Logs are indexed by labels, not by the content of the log, which makes Loki more cost-effective and scalable compared to other logging solutions. Grafana. Grafana is a visualization tool that allows you to query, visualize your logs. Grafana queries Loki using LogQL, Loki query language, to retrieve logs and display them on customizable dashboards. This allows users to analyze logs in one unified platform. Let me explain Loki's architecture. Here we have a Kubernetes application, Promtail, Loki, and Grafana. Promtail collects logs from the Kubernetes application and pushes them to Loki. Loki stores these logs in a time series database, TSDB. Grafana then queries Loki using LogQL to retrieve and visualize the logs on a dashboard. This setup allows for efficient log management and real-time monitoring of your Kubernetes applications, making it easier to diagnose and resolve issues. Prerequisites. Kubernetes cluster with worker node in any cloud AWS or Azure or GCP. Basic understanding of Kubernetes. What is covered in this video? Helm installation, Loki, Promtail, and Grafana installation. Grafana dashboard creation. Let's get into the hands-on part. I have already created an EKS cluster named My Cluster, which is in an active state with version 1.29. Additionally, I have provisioned a worker node of type T2.medium. Now, let's connect to our control plane. And let me retrieve the commands from my notepad and execute them. Here are the commands for Helm installation. Let's follow them one by one. Copy the first command and paste it in control plane terminal. And then copy the next one and paste it here. And go back and copy next one. Paste it here. We have installed Helm and let's verify the installation by using Helm version command. Here you can see the installed Helm version. Now go back and see here we have installation command for Grafana, Loki, and Promtail. Let's copy the first command to add Grafana charts to Helm repo. And paste it here. Now go back and copy the next one to update our Helm repo. And then paste it here. Now again go back and copy the next command and paste it here. By using this command, we can get list of available repos which is related to Grafana. Here are the related repos, and you can see here, repo for Grafana, and Fluentbit, Loki, Loki Stack, Promtail, and all. Now we're going to use Loki Stack, a predefined repo that allows us to easily create required resources by installing it. On the other hand, we can override the configurations by passing value files. Here I have URL of value file, just copy and paste it in browser. This is the Helm chart value file for Loki Stack. Here you can see the configuration for Loki, and then Promtail. and for Grafana, for Prometheus, and also for FileBeat, Logstash, and all. And now I am going to copy the required lines to make changes in configuration. I need Loki, so I just copy these 2 lines and paste it in Notepad like this. And then go back to the value file. Now scroll down and I need Promtail, so copy these 2 lines and then paste it in Notepad like this. Now again, go back to the value file. And I need Grafana too, so just copy these 2 lines and then paste it in Notepad. See here, Loki is enabled and Promtail also enabled, but Grafana is set to false. To enable it, change to true. And then we don't want Prometheus and all, so just leave it, and then we need to expose Grafana dashboard to the internet. For that, add service under Grafana like this, and set type as node port. Don't worry about the commands. All of them will be shared in the description as a GitHub link for your reference. Now copy this command to create a file in the name of loki.yml. Paste it in terminal. And then go back to the notepad and copy the configurations which we added. Then paste it here. Now save and quit the file. And here the command to install Loki stack. Additionally, we override some configurations by passing value file. In this file, this values will be loaded. Now just copy the command and paste it here. Now let me check the created resources by using kubectl get all. Here you can see pod for Loki, Grafana, and Promtail. And here's the Kubernetes default service and services for Loki, Grafana, and all. And here's the daemon set for Promtail, so that will be running on every node to export logs to Loki. Also, we have deployment for Grafana and replica set too. And having stateful set for Loki for naming conversion, so all the resource name will be start with the name Loki. And you can see here, pods and deployments are not in ready state, so let me check again. Still some of the pods are not in ready state, so let me check again. Yes, now everything is in ready state. Here we have service for Grafana and node port is 31903, type is node port that we override using value file. And by using node IP full wed by node port, we can access Grafana dashboard. Now, go to your worker node. And then copy the public IP and paste it in new tab. Use colon and copy the node port and paste it here. It will not load because we are not allowed this port in worker node security group, so go back to your worker node, select security, open security group in new tab. And click Edit Inbound Rule. And click Add Rule, select All TCP. And select Anywhere IPv4 in source and click Save Rules. Now check, it's not loading, it will load now because we have allowed this port in security group. Our Grafana dashboard is loading. We got our admin login page, so enter the username as admin, which is Grafana default username. For password, go to Notepad. We have already used this command, and then allowed all TCP in security group. Now use this command to get password grom Loki Grafana secret. And paste it here. Here's the admin password. Just copy and paste it in login details. Click Login. Yes, now we have successfully logged in. Now click Connection, select Data Source. Our source Loki is already added by default. If you want to add more, you can add here. Now go to Dashboard. By clicking Create Dashboard, we can create our own customized dashboard. And we can easily import existing dashboard using Dashboard ID. For that, click New. Click Import. Here we need to give our dashboard ID. For that, go to Notepad and copy the ID. And then paste it here. Click Load. Scroll down and select Loki as data source so that Grafana can able to get logs through Loki. Click Import. Yeah, now we have successfully set up our Grafana logging dashboard with Loki and Promtail. Here you can also filter logs by namespace. Now I have selected default namespace, so it will show logs only from that particular namespace. Now I switch to all, so it will show logs from all namespaces. And we can expand logs by clicking it. And I'm copying one word from log and pasting it in variable box. Using this, we can filter logs. It will only show the logs which matches the given variable. If I remove the word, again, it will show all the logs. Also, we can filter logs by container. Here you can select your container.
I'm selecting Loki.
So it will show the Loki containers log only. And you can save your dashboard by clicking this icon. And then click Save. What you learned from this video. In this video, we learned how to set up logging in Kubernetes using Grafana Loki and Promtail with Helm. We covered the installation of Helm, deployed Loki and Promtail to collect and store logs, and used Grafana to visualize these logs. This setup helps improve monitoring and troubleshooting of Kubernetes applications. Do you have any questions? Please feel free to comment or contact us at our email ID or contact us page. We will be happy to reply you. Easy Deploy is a Kubernetes consulting partner assisting organizations in adopting their containerization journey. We architect scalable and resilient Kubernetes clusters tailored to your specific requirements. Whether it's EKS on AWS, ECS on AWS, AKS on Azure, or GK on GCP, we ensure efficient deployment, seamless integration, and ongoing management to maximize the benefits of Kubernetes in the cloud. Thank you for watching.